What's going on, guys? I'm back with another spawntube tutorial. This time we're going to be checking out the map Vault, and along with Lowtown and Rewind, this map is up there with being one of the easiest ones to tube on. It's also a personal favorite of mine as of right now, just because of how consistent the kills have been for me at least. And I'm sure most of you already know how to tube on this map, but the other spots I'm going to be throwing in here, I'm sure you guys will enjoy it even more. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started. Starting things off on the attacking side, I've got 4 spots to show you on this side, beginning with this first one, which is just you shooting your tube straight down the middle. It's going to land in the middle of the archway just in front of the defender spawn. So for this spot, you're going to look for this bird statue peeking over the roof right here. You want to look at that, and depending on where you're standing on the team, you might have to aim it a little bit more to the right or the left, just a smidge, but again, you generally want to look in the direction of that statue. Then you want to look up until the bottom line of your crosshairs is lined up right in the middle of this thin, narrow cloud above the bird statue right here. And obviously, during the countdown, you can't actually see your tubing crosshairs. So when the round starts, you might have to spend like half a second just to readjust the lineup real quick, like so. But once you do have it lined up correctly like this, you are good to shoot. The next spot is going to be how to tube the enemies that run alongst the far left side by running past that jeep right before they get to the pool side. So for this spot and the other spots after this I'm going to show you are all going to utilize this corner right here and can be used as secondary spots. And if you have overkill with another set of tubes attached to the other gun, you can actually use the next 3 spots with one single tube each. So hopefully you have more tubes available after shooting your first tube down the middle. So from here you want to stand in this corner. You want to have your crosshairs lined up just like mine. The right outer crosshair is touching the top of this lamp. So once you have it lined up perfectly like this, you're good to shoot. The third spot will be how to get your tube to land right inside of the room of the top left balcony. So again, if you have another set of tubes, you're going to switch to your other weapon. And then you want to move your crosshairs just a little bit over, and then you want the middle crosshair of your vertical bar lined up with the top of the lamp. So it's going to look just like this. Again, if you have another tube out and ready to go, and you have it lined up just like this, you're good to shoot. And the last spot, I'll show you how to tube the enemies that are inside of the room in the top right balcony of their spawn. So assuming you have another tube left, you're going to just move your crosshairs over to the right like this. And you want to make sure that the bottom line of your crosshairs are lined up with the top of the helicopter blade right here. And this part of the palm tree right here, I'll put lines so you can see what I'm looking at. But basically, if you have your shot lined up just like this, it lands perfectly inside that room all the time. And this is probably my favorite one to use out of all the ones I just showed you, just because, at least in my games, there's always somebody up there in that balcony looking over that right side of the map. So this comes in very handy. So again, once you have this shot lined up like so, you're good to shoot. Now switching over to the defending side, I've got 3 spots to show you here on this side, beginning with this first one, which is just shooting your tube straight down the middle. It's going to land just slightly in front of their spawn, right around where they pick up the bomb. So this one is a pretty general way of aiming your tube. No matter where you're standing on the team, you're basically going to want to look over the middle of this archway like so, and just have your tube lined up not too high over it, maybe like right around here I would say, and it's always going to land again right in front of their spawn, right where the bomb is that they have to pick up. So once you have your shot generally lined up like this, you're good to shoot right off the bat.
Got him on the back foot.
Next, I'm going to be showing you how to tube the enemies that immediately shift to the right out of their spawn and are running alongst that back side of the spa building. So for this spot, it can be used as a secondary spot after shooting your first tube down the middle, but you want to lean up against this tree right here. You want to look for this opening amongst the leaves right here. And then you want to look up until the right outer crosshair is lined up with this part of the palm tree right here. These set of leaves. You want to have this lined up like so, and you're good to shoot.
Got him on the back foot.
And for the last spot, I'm going to be showing you how to tube the enemies that immediately shift to the left out of their spawn and are attempting to run past the van right before they hit the main street on the left side of the map. So this spot can also be used as a secondary spot, and it's going to be right here next to the same tree. So this time we're going to be shifting our crosshairs over to the left like this. And you basically just want to have your lineup to where the bottom line of your crosshairs are touching the top part of this branch right here specifically. At first when you're trying this, it may be kind of hard to point out which branch it is you're trying to look for, but trust me, the more you do it, the more natural it'll become. And if you do get this lined up just like mine, it hits that van spot on every single time, and you should be able to stop anyone that runs even near it by the time it detonates. So once you have your crosshairs lined up just like mine, you're good to shoot.
Warmed up.
And that's going to conclude this tutorial. I appreciate everyone that watched all the way through, or if you're just here for specific spots on this map, I appreciate you as well. Like I said earlier, this map is one of my favorites to tube on, and hopefully you guys learned something new with any of the other spots I showed you in this video. With that said, if there's any other maps that you guys want to see, leave a comment down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.